video 4 of a journey into vectors. The first part in this video is copying files. A quick look at this one here. This one is the original, and the original doesn't have this image here. So what I'm going to do is to copy these two files into this one. First of all, you need to unlock the two files, and then you click. Oh, it's still locked. Okay. Yes, because they're inside this, so you need to unlock the top layer as well. So these are two sub layers, and this is the top layer. So you select this, press Control, then you go Edit, Copy, and you move to the other file, close this one, top left, and so it's highlighted, Edit, Paste. Now it mightn't go into the place where it's supposed to go, but you can always move it. And it was somewhere there. That's how easy it is to move from one place to another. You just need to make sure that you have highlighted. If you use the Shift button, it doesn't really work. You need to use the Control button. So the Control button, and have this highlighted, and then there's the two layers highlighted, or one layer. So that's how to copy a whole layer. Copying colors. So video for copying colors. This is something that might happen. You have a graphic and you want to add something to it, but you don't know the color, or you want to reproduce a color, an existing color. So the tool to use is the Eyedropper. And if you click on the color that you want, you'll see here it will show that particular color. And if you change color, it will show up. Press the Shift key on your keyboard and it will come up with the color model that you chose and the values. So CMYK, the percentage. There are more color values here, but the one that we're using in this exercise is the CMYK, because it's, they're vectors. So what we're going to do in this one here is to continue this design, and create a curve. So creating curves, and so it's be a curved shape, and then we close it. And I'm going to use this particular green here. We are in the top right. This is the pen tool, and I'm going to zoom in a bit to make it easier. I have locked the top left, so I'm not interfering with this here, and I'll start to, I think, yeah, like that. Now if you feel that this is too difficult, you can just come back to it some other time. and then you go here and close it. It's important to close it at the end, and you can move it a bit to the left. So you have, if I want to move this further up, I can use the indirect tool here. So click on this, so the direct selection tool, double click and then move it up, or use this so it's going to move and make it more of a yeah, that's a little bit better. So this is how you can refine your drawings. Once a shape is selected and you use the eyedropper, it will change the color. So this is selected and I use the eyedropper. Here it'll change the color. So you make sure that if you want to create a new shape, that you deselect what you have there, green bits. And on top of that, I'm going to create another shape. So now I'm working in the grass light. If we name this grass light and then grass background, so this one is locked. I'm going to make a shape on this side. Using the eyedropper can be done on a locked layer, that's no problem. So now that I have the right color, which is this light green here, I'm going to use the bezier tool and into grass light, and then create a roundy shape. Oh, it looks a bit funny at the moment, but when the shape is filled, it should be okay. And I'll just close the shape here. You can make this shape bigger or smaller if you need to, and I just made it a little bit bigger there, and then using the direct tool you can change bits and kind of refine them a bit. Another little trick is to use transparency. So you could, it looks to me that this has some transparency, it's not a solid color. To do that, you use the selection tool and you click on, make sure that the selection tool is clicked, and then it shows up the whole shape, and then here you can go opacity. Let's say that's 10%, let's say 40%, 60. 80. I think it should be slightly transparent, maybe 70. Now these kind of shapes you can distort if you want to. So that should be okay. This line here I want to this is just to opposite a line that of the previous drawing, so you can actually change that here. And it looks a bit like little shape, like the other little shapes there. So that is that. I'm going to add another layer on top and patches and create little patches. So this is an exercise in using the Bezier tool to create little shapes. For the little round shapes. So that is one little shape, and you can reuse that and flatten it. So these kind of shapes you can flatten. And rotate. So for instance, you make a copy of it, object, arrange, no, object, transform, reflect, and you can reflect it horizontally and preview and then copy. So you got two of them. Or you can use the little handles. And it's good to copy things. Oops. Another way to copy, so there's, the first way to copy is just to go object, transform, and then reflect. Copy. So I have another copy, and then I can move that around and I can stretch it, make it totally different, and here it works. Or to copy the object, you select it, you press on the control key, so you can see that there's a double arrow coming up, and you click on the object and then you move it, or you drag it. So you do that again, press on the Alt key, go over hover over the object, click and drag. This is the first part of video 4, and then the next part is into video 4 2.